Morning, everyone. So it wasn't a dream yesterday. Wolves actually did win a Premier League football match. We are unbeaten in 2026. The title surge is on. I'll get on to that. But we're going to talk about Mateus Mane, an update on him and his contract. Talk about Pedro Lima, some more transfer rumours, and I'm going to discuss which has been the narrative is if Wolves could actually pull off a miracle and stay up. So we'll talk about that as well. But let's start with the biggest story. Mateus Mane stole the headlines, was influential in the first goal, the John Arias goal in the build-up, got the penalty for the Hwang penalty, and also scored a cracking third goal and was man of the match, and he's been the talk of the town. And people are starting to take notice, which got Wolves fans very worried, because then we thought, oh no, someone's going to steal him this January, or in the summer, someone's going to steal him off us, and we don't want that, do we, as Wolves fans? We want to keep him because he's our player and we've brought him for the academy and he's given us a lot of joy at the moment. I think he's coming to the team too late. I've been calling for bloody months for him to get a start, and he got his first start against Liverpool, obviously. But the big news is Steve Madley from The Athletic reported that Mateus Mane's contract was extended until 2029 on the 16th of September when he turned 18, and they've improved his terms. So it was unannounced by Wolves, and I'm surprised it was unannounced actually. But obviously back then he wasn't really in contention, was he? He weren't really getting on the bench much, and up until recently he started getting on the bench, didn't he, for Vitor towards the end. But then Rob Edwards has introduced him as sub, and then now he's been getting his start. So that's great news, isn't it? That our best player at the moment, which is mad to say when he's just 18, has got a deal till 2029. So if we do sell him, which I hope we don't, we're going to get really good money for him. And he seems to be enjoying his football. I hope he's keeping a level head. I hope he's got good people around him, because it must be hard not to get carried away with all the hype. He got really big praise on Match of the Day. I watched that for the first time since April last night. He's getting praised all over social media. A lot of people are starting to take note now, and a lot of people are putting him in their FPL team. I actually put him in my FPL team. He got 12 points this week, so for those who play it, maybe he's worth putting in. He's only 4.5 million. But yeah, what a story from Mateus Mane. He's really brought the positive feelings back to Wolves, and obviously that win has really got positive feelings. Just on another bit of transfer news as well, another young potential star. He's 19 now, isn't he? Pedro Lima. You'll remember he went out on loan to Porto at the beginning of the season. He's had a few appearances for Wolves, but he just went out because we had so many right-backs in his position. He was never going to get any games. But for Porto, he made no appearances for the senior team, and he made just the 9 appearances for Porto B. And it's come out from Francisco Farelli, took advantage of the FC Porto transfer market topic to confirm during Saturday's press conference the departure of Pedro Lima from the squad, as he's been called back to Wolverhampton. This is in one of the press conferences, yeah. The only news I could share now, he said, is that Pedro Lima will return to Wolverhampton because they called him back. He was a player with great attitude. I wish him the best and hope everything goes well in his new challenge at Wolverhampton. The Portugal coach began at the press conference previewing their match against Santa Clara. So, yeah, that's the Porto coach confirming that news, that Pedro Lima will be coming back. I think he's got a bright future, Pedro Lima. I like the look at him every time he's come on for Wolves when he was with us. So I hope he can fight his way into the right-back position, because Chachua is a bit better against West Ham, but his competition's Hoover and Chachua, isn't it? And I think he can get above both of them, even at his young age. And Mateus Mane, as we've just mentioned, has proved age is just a number if you're good enough. So let's hope Pedro Lima has got a bright future when he does return to Wolves this January. Just while we're on the topic of transfers as well, Strand Larsen again, what is it now? So it's Crystal Palace, West Ham, Nottingham Forest was the latest. Now, according to the Mail Sport, Everton are the latest club to have said to have an interest in Strand Larsen. And Everton are obviously our next opponents on Wednesday. He come off the bench, didn't he? Had a header, which he put wide, which he should have done better with against West Ham. But we will be seeing Strand Larsen leave, especially with how well Tolu is now playing too, and the fact that we're actually looking to bring strikers in. So, pick of the bunch. I don't think he'll go to West Ham. I don't think they'll pay for him, and he probably won't want to, because they're probably going to go down with us, aren't they? Or will, are they? We might stay up. I don't know. We'll get onto that. But yeah, so it's looking like it's going to be Forest or Everton that Strand Larsen will go to, and it'll be interesting to see what the fee is should things progress over the next few days. Also, best of luck to Alfie Pond. You know, Alfie Pond, he's made a few appearances for the senior team last season in the FA Cup at Bournemouth, I remember. Good young player, but he's joined Crewe on loan for the remainder of the season to try and get some first team football. So good luck to him. I think he's got a promising future as well with us, especially if we go down to the Championship. Now, the big question, which I referred to at the beginning of the video, is what the narrative at the moment is can Wolves stay up? So I've had a little look into it, and I've looked into what we would have to do if we're going to. So let's just look at the last 3 seasons, look at the points that would have kept you up. So last season, 26 points would have kept you up. But remember, the 3 teams that went down were awful, if you remember. They are, 25 points the most that the 3 got, the 3 promoted teams that went down. The year before that, in 23-24 season, 27 points would have been enough. So this is good at the moment, isn't it? Wow, that we think that's possible. 33, 35 points would have been enough. So that's more of the ballpark I think we'd actually need. I think we would need 36 points for a chance to stay up this season, because Nottingham Forest are currently in 17th on 18. You double that over the next 19 games, obviously that's 36. So we would have to get 10 wins out of a possible 19, or get like 8 wins and 6 draws. So we'd literally have to play the second half of the season as good as the likes of Chelsea and Man United have in their first 19 games, and they are currently sat 5th and 6th in the Premier League table. So we would have to be on form as a top 6 club in the second half of the season. Is it possible? Look, it's not impossible, is it? But it's unlikely. It's unlikely that we're going to have a top 6 form going into the second half of this season. But you never know. I think we're definitely going to beat Derby's record. I mean, at one point I was very concerned that we weren't going to get more than 11 points, but I think we'll do that. I mean, we could beat Everton, couldn't we, Wednesday? Then everyone will get really excited. We'll be up to 9 points then. But yeah, it's a big ask. Like I say, I think around 36 points will be what we would need to stay up this season. And I just can't see us getting that many with just on the 6 points at the moment as it stands going into the second half of the season. So the answer for me, unfortunately, is no, we can't stay up. But you never know. I hope I'm wrong, obviously, but I've already succumbed to the fact that we will be a championship team next season. But with some promising players coming through and with some promising signings, we may be able to get back if recruitment is done right. But please like the video, everyone. I hope you enjoy this Wolves news video today. Good news about Mane. Comment your thoughts down below. Please subscribe. Really appreciate the support on the videos. Always do. Appreciate reading your comments. And I'll catch you for the preview for Everton. Maybe it'll be my next video. Cheers, everyone.